Like, listen,
Babe, I'm messing with you.
She's trying to style my thing, man. Always trying to style my thing, man.
Babe, I love you. I'm just messing with you. You know I'm messing with you.
No, you're styling my thing. That's what she does, style my thing all the time, man.
You're like, I could do anything good. I'm fast and I'm tall. Go on, babe. Like, you're not very surface. You'll go like deep. Like, that's the thing with you, where some people like are more surface. You always thinking beyond that point.
Because if you can't think beyond the point, you can't go beyond that point.
Raise a glass for your best friend. You guys your best friend. Wind down with your best friend. If that's your best friend. Raise a glass for your best friend. If that's your best friend.
Oh, you ready?
I'm ready.
Excited?
Well, I can't see myself, so
Yeah.
so somebody has to help me.
Good thing I didn't leave you out there looking a hot mess.
Like you always do, right?
Really? Noted. Welcome back, guys, to the Sometimes I Can't Stand You podcast. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? So many episodes went by, we still not introducing ourselves.
We did introduce ourselves. What are you talking about?
When?
Oh, we don't introduce ourselves in the actual pod? Well, I'm Merika.
Nardo. Why is she stealing my stuff? Like, what's going on here?
Whatever, stealing your stuff.
Yeah, so what do we have going on today? Like, I have no idea what she has planned. I said I don't want to know.
You said you didn't want to know? Is that what you said?
Actually, you asked me if I wanted to know.
And then I told you, I'll surprise you.
Because I didn't tell you I wanted to know, right?
Whatever. Anyways,
Exactly.
today we're going to be drawing pictures of each other. And I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, because I can't draw.
This is going to be a bad scenario. This is going to be very bad. Very, very bad.
You draw me and I draw you.
Is there a time limit that we have?
No, until the end of the pod.
The end of the pod, so we have to be drawing while we're talking? Oh.
Yep.
Is that right?
And we're gonna mine might have to be like
a stick figure?
I'm just doing the face. But it might have to be like inspired by like different things that you love or something, because I don't know why I'm doing this.
This is definitely down Moon's alley. Moon should have definitely
We're sipping and painting.
You're sipping and painting?
We're sipping and we're painting. Okay?
Okay. So
I draw you and you draw me.
See, I feel like Jerome should have one. No, Jerome can't have one. Jerome's doing a whole bunch of stuff.
He has an important job. Technical job.
So?
What
you say so? What do you mean so? You're forgetting what we're talking about today?
We have a lot to talk about, actually.
Yes, we have a lot. We have a lot to.
See, he already started.
So I don't know what you're
sewing. He already started sketching.
I don't know. So I'm not supposed to start sketching.
I don't even know where to start. Oh my God! Like, I literally have never drawn somebody's face.
This is gonna be bad.
Oh no!
I don't just draw a circle. I draw a circle and then
That's what you're doing, drawing my structure of my face.
Draw the structure first. That's why I taught Moon how to draw.
This is not fair.
Structure first. Well, then your head's all turned all different kind of ways. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Listen, you have the head. You should be happy that we're doing this.
Why?
You should say thank you, babe, for picking something I'm good at.
No, I'm good at everything.
Is this my camera? Like, what the heck? This is why when he said he wanted to, while we were deciding what the name of the pod, and I said I love Sometimes I Can't Stand You, because that stand is so important. So important. It's like therapy every time I say it.
It's a fact, though. You don't like the facts?
So let's just get right into it.
Right into it.
This morning.
Yeah. This morning.
Jerome, you weigh into this too, Jerome, okay?
What happened?
This morning, we had such a good day yesterday. Me and him, we went on the road. We when we are both at our like best, we have a good time together. Like, we honestly have a good time. Like, we enjoy each other's company, right, babe?
Yeah, somewhat.
Asshole.
yeah, we do.
Right?
Yeah, we do.
So we had a good day yesterday. There was no little bicker, no little fight. It was so smooth. We went downtown, got something to eat, went to Eaton Center, went shopping, tried on clothes, and there was nobody got annoyed, nothing. It was such a good day, right? He took me shopping. Okay, let me put that. He bought me something. He took me out for breakfast. He took me shopping. But we enjoyed each other's company, right, babe?
So did I take you shopping, or was I kind of coerced into?
That's true. I went into H&M to get these pants I wanted, and he bought.
Whoa!
What happened?
Let's rewind.
Okay.
Rewind.
Go ahead.
Rewind. You went to H&M to get the pants you wanted?
Okay, I originally, you want to tell the whole story? Sure. I originally went.
You talk half of the story.
Sure. I originally went to TNA to get these pants that I wanted. I originally saw them in Aritzia, but they didn't have my size in Aritzia, so I went to TNA because they're TNA pants that they sell in Aritzia, and I tried them on, and it wasn't worth the money. Like, if I really, really loved them, I would have spent the money to get them, right? I would have treated myself and got them. But I tried them and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't love them. So it's not worth me. Like, they're cute, but I could get them in H&M. So I went.
Did you know they were going to be at H&M?
Yeah, I had seen them before in H&M and I never bought them. And I was annoyed that I didn't buy them when I saw them in H&M because I went to another H&M again to buy them and they were not there. So I'm like, okay, let me go to Eaton Center because I originally saw the ones in H&M that I liked. I saw them in Scarborough Town Center, but that's far. So I was Square one time to see if they were there, weren't there. I'm like, I should have bought them when I was in Scarborough Town Center. So then I'm like, okay, let me try Eaton Center. And lo and behold, they were there. I'm like, okay, good, I'm going to buy them. So that's why we went to H&M to buy these pants I wanted. So anyways, the point of this story.
And what did I say when we went to H&M, when we went to TNA actually, and I seen the pants? What did I say to you?
Yeah, I asked you. You're like, no, they just look like pants. It's not worth the money. And I agreed with you.
Yeah.
Right? So I said, they're not the same, but there was same kind of style in H&M for like $24. So I'm like, yeah. So then the moral of the story is we had a good day.
Yeah.
We went to H&M, I went to H&M to get the pants and he bought them for me. We went to check out and he bought something for himself and he included my pants. And my pants and some other couple things. And I was very appreciative, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, and all in all, it was a good day. That's the moral of the story. This morning now, I don't know, this one you never know what you're going to get, okay? This one.
Yeah.
Okay? We get up now to bring our daughter. She has a hair appointment to get her hair braided.
Yeah.
And it was going to be long. She's going to be there for a long time. So I said to her, I'm packing her stuff. I'm like, Moon, do you want to bring your iPad? Do you want to make sure you bring your cell phone? Or do you want to bring your laptop? Okay? That her dad got for her. This one, instead of just saying, he's like, bring it for what? I'm like, I don't know, babe. Just maybe she's going to be there for long. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things she could bring. He's like, no, she doesn't need to bring it. She doesn't need to bring it. She doesn't need to bring it. I said, okay, she doesn't need to bring it. He's like, see, you only care. It's because you don't buy the things that you don't care what happens to it. Like, what?
So it's not true?
Hold on. And then I said, why would you have to say that? All you could have said was, no, I already said, okay, my bad, she doesn't need to bring it. Why did you have to add the extra razzle-dazzle why do you have to make that comment? And obviously that comment hurt my feelings because it's not true about the laptop. When he originally bought the laptop for her, the very next day she wanted to bring it to school. And what did I say? This is to my point that it's not true I didn't care because I didn't pay for it. I do care. And this is proving my point. When you were like, she's going to bring the laptop to school, I said, babe, are you sure you want her to bring the laptop to school? I said, I don't know if that's safe. I said, I think you should wait to get, for her to get, the hardcover case, you can put it on it to protect it and even like a case to carry it, then maybe bring it to school. But she just got the laptop yesterday and you wanted to make her bring it to school today? I don't know if that's a good idea. She's have no protection on this, on the laptop.
First and foremost, right?
Jerome, hold on. Can I ask you? Doesn't that prove that I actually do care about, even though I didn't pay for it? And I even went a step further. The case and the protective cover and the case, I took the initiative. He never asked me. I took the initiative and said, okay, I'm going to buy this off of Amazon. And I ordered it same time. He didn't have to say nothing, didn't have to ask nothing. I took the initiative because those are things that he usually gets on me on. But I did
Say it again.
But these are things he usually gets on me on. But I did it in this case. I took the initiative and I bought the case. I said, okay, you bought her the laptop. At least I can do is buy her
yes, there you go.
But I
There
did
you go.
it.
There
Did
you
I
go.
not
There you
do
go.
it?
There you go.
I did it, right?
There you go. There you
Jerome,
go.
so doesn't that prove that I do care about it?
That you take that amount of care into what
No,
you do?
because he said it's because I'm telling her to take the laptop with her to get her hair braided, which is in somebody's house, okay? He let her take it to school. I'm not thinking nothing's gonna happen in the house. She's going to somebody's house. When she takes it to school, it's in her book bag. Then she's taking it to school with all these other little kids running around. Who knows what's gonna happen to the laptop? It's more safe taking it to somebody's house. So how are you saying I don't care about the laptop? When I'm the one that, when you wanted to let her take it to school, I was the one that's saying I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, first and foremost, right?
Jerome?
First and foremost, you heard she just talk for like about what 15 minutes, right?
Because
Straight. You heard that, right?
Right.
So, when she initially asked me, I was hesitant for her to take it to school, right? But then I had a conversation where I said, Mom, listen, if you're gonna take it to school,
when did you have the conversation?
before you, yes, me and her had a conversation. We could call Mom right now. I said, when you take it to school, I need you to be extra careful. Extra careful, because she knows the reason why I bought the laptop. It wasn't just for
I'm
her.
gonna
I
drop
bought,
picture of you just like that.
what? I wasn't, listen, it wasn't just for her in the first place, as Jerome know already, because we're editing and we need extra laptops, right, Rome? Right. So when I said to her, you know what, take it to school, but I need you to be extra because I have to be able to trust her to do that kind of stuff. You understand what I'm saying, Rome?
Mm.
Like, there's no point in giving her some kind of responsibility like that, right? Not being able to give her responsibility like that for her to take care of and for her to, you know what, be like something consciously. She could say, you know what, I did that. I took care of it the way how you wanted me to, right? So then I could have that trust in her. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
We're building that trust between each other.
Can we confirm what the point is? What's the point?
Are you see what's going on right here, bro?
Because you're getting off track.
I'm not getting off track. How do I not? I'm building my case right now, Joe.
Your case is very weak.
I'm building my case right now, Joe. You understand what I'm saying?
But you don't have the case.
Listen.
You're the one that said to me, I never said to you that you don't care about it. You're the one that said to me, I'm the defendant here. Okay? I'm the defendant.
Okay, chatty. Listen what I'm saying. So, Rome, right?
Yeah.
So this is the first scenario, right?
Yeah. Right.
Where she like me and her talk already. We're talking about building the trust, how she's gonna take care of it, what the things that she's gonna do to make sure that the laptop does not get damaged. Right? We already had this whole conversation already.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, she comes down. She's like, yeah, don't make sure. No, I don't think it's a good idea. You said to her, I don't think it's a good idea to bring the laptop to school. Remember, we already had this conversation already. Me and her already talked already. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We already talked about the whole scenario, the whole setup, right? First stage. You know what I'm saying? So, fine. Today now we get to today now, right? This is another situation, right? This is another situation. Obviously, it's out of everybody's control. No matter what you say, you could have the laptop sitting there. Water could spill on the laptop. Anything could happen to the laptop. Oh, anything could happen. Anything that you don't know. Like, you're not a psychic. There's no way for you to know. Like, Moon sitting there with the laptop like that. So all of a sudden she gets up and drops. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of things.
There's a probability, though. There's a probability.
But you have to. So
there's more of a probability of it getting damaged at school than it is if you're taking it. She's just sitting down in one place at somebody's house.
So is this
there's more variables as going to school.
Is this another probability? Okay. Is this another probability that we are we setting into play right now?
What are you talking about?
Is this another probability that we're setting in play right now for this laptop situation?
Okay.
Is this another probability or not?
For taking it?
Yes. Is it another probability? Yes, right? Mm-hmm. So you created another probability. You created another probability.
I really wish you would stick to the point.
You created another probability.
My
right?
point.
That you don't know what's going to happen. Without thinking, you don't know.
What did I say to you when you said, "Babe, I don't think it's a good idea"? What did I say? What did I say?
Did you think of it?
Hold on. What did I say?
Did you think of it before you said it?
Babe. No,
or were you just talking just to talk?
No, I wasn't talking just to talk.
Yes, you were.
I told you my frame of thought.
Did you think about it?
I told you my frame of thought. Since you let him bring it to school, I don't see why you wouldn't want her to bring it to the lady.
Rome, listen.
Yes, that's my frame of thought.
Hold on one second. Rome, listen. She has an iPhone, an iPad. It's two things. iPhone and an iPad. Why would you bring the laptop when you have an iPhone and an iPad?
And when you said that, what did I say, babe?
Triple trouble.
When you said that, what did I say?
Can you tell me what the point of that is, bro?
My God, you're missing.
So she read all three in one place?
I don't know where she was trying to go with it. You could bring your iPhone. Your
I said, what do you want to bring? Do you want to bring? I was asking her. I didn't say she could bring all three. I wasn't telling her to bring all three. I was just thinking. I was asking her what she wants to bring.
Why would that be in the equation, Ron? That's what I'm wondering. Why would that be in the
Babe,
equation?
I was just thinking maybe she has schoolwork to do. I don't know.
Schoolwork?
Yeah.
Like, she never thought. Wait, hold on one second. You really thought she had schoolwork to do?
I don't know.
No, hold on. No. Now we're getting into lies right now. You were getting into lies.
See, because you're not. This is what he does.
Hold on one second. No. Let's not go. Let's not stray. Let's not stray.
I didn't think about.
Let's not stray. Did you think she had homework to do?
Can I tell you what I thought?
No, please.
Can I tell you what? Let me tell you. You didn't answer my question though.
Answer that question.
You didn't answer none of my questions.
Can you answer that question?
No, not until you answer mine.
Can you answer that question?
Not until you answer mine.
Answer that question?
No. Not until you answer my question.
You can't answer that question,
You
can you?
did not answer my question.
You can't answer that question,
Did you answer my question?
You can't answer that question.
From this morning,
why
you didn't answer my
at me?
question.
Why are you pointing at me? Why is it that you're pointing at me?
I'm very
right now?
passionate about what we're talking about.
So you don't
right now.
need to point at me. No, I'm right here.
When I asked you the question this morning.
Can you answer the question?
No, because you didn't answer my question from this morning.
You want to move on?
Did you not answer my question from this morning? You do answer my question from this morning, and we said we're going to wait to talk about this on the pod. From this morning, I proved that you saying that I don't care about things because I didn't buy it, that's not true. And it was very not true with this situation, considering the fact that I'm the one that took the initiative to buy her the case for it, buy her all the accessories to make sure it doesn't get damaged. Did I not do that? Yes or no? So how then you couldn't turn around and say I don't care about it because I didn't buy it? Isn't that contradictory?
Rome, do you know what? You know the craziest?
And you're not answering the question.
You know the craziest thing?
Answer the question.
You know the craziest thing, Rome?
No, you're not answering it.
You know the craziest thing, Rome? Can I see the craziest thing, Rome?
Didn't answer my question.
Can I see the craziest thing,
You want me
Rome?
to answer yours?
Rome,
See?
Rome, are you hear me?
This is
you know the craziest thing is?
Yeah.
You see when
I'm gonna try you. This I'm gonna try one.
you see when you haven't you haven't spent enough money to buy something, or work hard enough to spend enough money to buy something that's out of your reach. I think it's hard for you to appreciate it. Right?
But because if you ask her, you didn't have to say that. You did not have to say that.
If you ask her, babe, is there something really expensive?
So you're doubling down. You don't think there's nothing wrong with what you said, that you didn't have to say that. That was necessary for you to say.
Is there something really expensive that you've bought?
What?
Expensive that you've bought, right? Without the help of somebody else.
Yep. There is. There is something I bought with the help of something without the help of anybody else.
Expensive.
Yeah, very expensive, actually. Very extremely expensive. One of the most expensive things you could buy.
Really?
Yeah.
Without the help of somebody else?
Yeah.
Without the help of somebody else?
Yeah, without the help.
Really?
Yep.
Lies on the podcast right now.
It's not lies.
Lies on the podcast right now. Lies on the podcast right now.
Babe?
Lies, man. Lies.
Babe?
You don't listen.
Can you answer my question?
You know what the thing is, bro? There's a thing called entitlement. Entitlement and nepotism. Right? She suffers from both things. Both things. It's not. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. I would love to have a daughter. My daughter suffers from the same thing too. I understand the reason why she suffers from it.
Entitled. What makes me entitled? Can you explain what makes me entitled in this situation? In this situation, based on Jerome. In this situation, based on all the things I've explained, where I've proven that we're talking about the laptop. When it comes to the case of the laptop, we're talking about the laptop right now. When it comes to the case of the laptop, I have proven that I do care, because what did I do? When did I buy? I bought the case, right, babe? Did I buy a case for it? Can I ask you a question? Did I buy a case for it?
Yes, you bought a case for it.
Did I buy a bag, like a bag for it?
Yeah, we had this conversation.
Yes?
Yeah, we had a conversation about
we're acknowledging that.
Yes, we had a conversation.
Did I tell you not to bring it to? And I was the one that suggested that she don't bring it to school. Why? Because what could happen to it?
You're the one that suggested it?
Yes, I did.
You're the one that suggested it.
When you called me up, I didn't know anything about the conversation you and Moon had.
Exactly.
I didn't know, but I'm talking I took upon myself. It wasn't influenced by anything that you said. I took it upon myself to tell you I don't think it's a good idea for her to bring it to school.
Why do you think that? Because you know I spent a lot of money on the laptop,
exactly.
Right? And you know yes. Okay.
So wouldn't that tell you, based on those two things, wouldn't that tell you that I do care about it?
Right. Like I
Yes
said,
or no?
Like I said.
Can you answer the
Like I
question?
said, you had
Yes
listen.
or no, sir?
You had a temporary. You had a temporary. You had a temporary glimpse of
You know what?
consciousness.
This is a perfect. You guys comment
Listen.
down below. Comment
Are you
down
hearing me, Rome?
below.
Rome.
If you think, are you Team Nardo or Team Merika in this situation?
Listen.
Who is right or wrong? Was he wrong for saying? Was he right or was he wrong? Because this is what
You're entitled.
This is what initiated it. Was he right or wrong for saying that the reason I told her to bring it to the get her hair braid is because I didn't pay for it and I don't care about it. Was he right or was he wrong? Based on the evidence presented, okay? Based on his argument and based on the argument, Team Merika, Team Nardo. Let the people speak.
Let me tell you something.
Let
Rome.
the people
Rome.
talk.
Let me ask something, right? Rome. And when you bought your car, right?
Yeah.
Right? Even when, for instance,
Babe, are you still drawing?
hold
You
on
have
a
to
second.
draw.
Listen, even when I'm drawing, I already drew already.
You drew first.
Listen, I drew first.
Are you finished drawing already?
Listen, I've drawn already.
Let me see.
I've drawn already.
You have to paint too. You have to
Yeah,
paint
I'll
it.
paint up. Don't worry about me. I'm talking. You can do what you're doing. Drum, when you bought your car, right?
You're right.
When you bought your car, right? How do you feel when somebody else takes your car and drives it?
Worried.
Worried, right?
Yes.
Because you understand how expensive it is and the things that you have to pay for, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that other person that takes your car and drives it has that same worry you do?
No. Same thing with my camera.
They won't.
No.
That's not what the argument is, though.
And
That's
bro,
not the
bro,
argument.
That's just
You're-
like
you're
that's just-
cha-
that's
you're
just-
always
that's just
moving
like-
the goalposts.
That's life. That's life
You're
within itself.
always moving the goalposts.
That's life within itself. So
You're
it's,
always
you see,
moving the
because
goalposts. That's not what the
if she
argument
paid for
is.
this automatically, she wouldn't be like, no, just go take it. Just go take it to to the hairdresser. She wouldn't think about that.
Right.
That wouldn't be in the vocabulary. It would just be you already have your iPad and your phone that you take there regularly with no problem, which has the same screen. This is as big, almost as big as a laptop. What's the purpose of bringing the laptop there?
And I acknowledge that. But you still had to go and
there's
be...
There's no thought put into that, bro.
You still...
The iPad and the iPhone have the same screen.
It's the same screen, bro.
Right.
And
Did I argue
the
that?
Mac has the same screen. So, bro, you understand? There's no thought that went into saying that, you know what? This is the same thing. Or, this screen it does the same thing. And what would she has to, when she's going to be doing this, typing while she's doing her hair? Is that what she's going to be doing?
Right.
Typing and doing things like that? Is that what's going to happen?
She's
She has to
on the
scroll
iPad.
when she's doing, why would she do that?
Right.
When all she needs to do is this, press play and do this.
Right.
Is there any thought that goes into that, Rome?
When you suggested that, what did I
Rome,
say?
is there any thought that and my point is this, is there any thought that goes into that?
Right.
Because if you spend your money, your hard-earned money to do it, that wouldn't even cross your mind like, what, like no, those things you bought, okay, take those things, don't take that. But if you don't spend your money, do it, those thoughts don't come to your head, bro.
Right. Because you're not invested.
Because you're not invested in it. And that's the point I'm making. She's not invested in it. She's entitled. And she suffers from nepotism, bro.
Where does the nepotism come from?
Thank you, Drew.
Because the nepotism, I'm a little confused.
Thank you.
Nepotism is like, say if I have a family, my family owns a company or whatever.
Thank you.
Not only a company. Not only a company.
That's what nepotism means.
Listen.
That's what nepotism means.
Nepotism is you suffering, not even suffering, you benefiting from your family's success.
Yes.
Is that not what it is?
Yes.
People before you success. Google it right now. Put it on the screen, bro. Put on the screen what nepotism is, bro. Listen, we have a screen right there. Listen, can we put it up here, too, does it come here?
Turn that on.
Hold on. We didn't turn this on. We're joking around. We're going to turn this on right here.
The practice, I can say it,
Go ahead.
the practice among those with power or influence
Okay.
of favoring relatives, friends, or associates, especially by giving them jobs.
What else?
That's what it says.
What else?
What do you mean, what else? That's what it says. Pull it up. That's what it says. That's
pull up what it
that's
says,
the end of the
right?
definition.
Pull up what it
Yes,
says. Right?
that's what it says.
What it says, right?
The practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives or
favoring
friends.
relatives or associates, especially by giving them jobs. Favoring.
Okay, favoring them. So hold on. Do you think that? Okay, do you think that nepotism is only bunched within jobs or is just success with it? If somebody like for instance,
I did a good
for
job.
instance, like
could do it.
Kim Kardashian, right? Kim Kardashian and her sisters and her family and their kids, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do their kids have to do anything?
No.
They have to do anything because they're what? They're benefiting from whatever their family did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what nepotism really is. You benefit from what your family, the success
Maybe you're
of your
looking
family.
for another word, babe.
No,
Maybe
it's not another word. It's nepotism.
It's not the right word.
It is nepotism. It's just, however it is, it's stretched in the dictionary. It's the same thing.
Well, the only difference is related to work. I get what you're saying. You're benefiting from I get what you're saying. You're benefiting from the people, but nepotism mostly refers to work.
So Google that for a second. Google it. What is it called when you benefit from your family's success?
Inheritance?
In what?
I don't know.
Inheritance?
It's not nepotism. Definitely.
Okay, let's see what it's called. Let's see what it's called. Pull up, bro.
Yeah.
You're taking long to draw.
Because I don't know how to draw.
And you have hold on. You have paints and all kind of stuff here? Hold on.
Yeah. You should still say sorry because that was
I
me.
should say, Adam, why say sorry for what I meant it.
See, it's an asshole. It's an asshole. It's a real
Say
asshole.
sorry for something you meant. That's not fair.
You're a real asshole. You've been watching Love is Blind way too much, eh?
Love is Blind?
Yeah, yes.
Love is
yes,
Blind?
You sound like that guy from Love is Blind. You, trust me, you and him.
What's his name?
You and him.
What's that guy's
That's
name?
where you got it from. Yeah, you know, see? See how I know
No,
you?
he's funny.
See, no. See how I know you so well?
No, you don't. No,
Yes.
no. But that's how I feel it. That's how I feel. I always said it.
But so
I tell Moon the same thing. Why are you apologizing if you didn't? None of you meant it.
Hold on.
Don't apologize if you meant it.
No, it's not about.
I tell Moon, we had the same conversation.
Oh my God, can I say
me and
something?
Me and my daughter had the same conversation about 2-3 weeks ago.
Can I say something?
And that has nothing to do with Love is Blind.
Can I say something?
Say something. Say something.
The thing about this is why I always say that you're not empathetic because you lack empathy. Because you can say things to people without hurting. There's different ways to say things without hurting
Your
somebody's
feelings are
feeling.
not hurt.
Yes, it was.
Your
That's why
feelings are
we're
not
still
hurt.
talking about it right now.
Your
Because
feelings
it's
are
not
hurt.
true.
You
I
just
do
like,
care
you just
about
like
it.
talking about stuff.
See, you're such a no. It's not. See, and I'm telling you, my feelings were hurt.
You just like talking about
No,
stuff.
it's hurtful when you say things that are not true. If someone called you a rapist,
that's not
and
true?
that's how yes, it's not
That is
true.
not true?
Yes, because I do care about
Bro,
the
did you look
laptop.
up that yet? Bro, why
I
you
did. I put it on screen already.
I don't see. It's not even on the screen here. Look.
You have to turn it on. Is it on?
It is on.
Okay, hold on. 1 second.
It's okay. You know what?
You know what?
Followers,
What?
we're gonna see.
Who?
The consensus are gonna tell us. The jury of our peers
The jury of our peers
are
going to tell us?
gonna tell us who's right and who's wrong. Am I convicted or not?
Are you convicted
I'm the
of
defense
nepotism?
of not caring. Let's just stick to the issue at hand, because that's the thing. You always like to move the goalposts. Let's stick to specifically what we're talking about. Based on the evidence I presented of the things I've done specifically pertaining to the laptop to show that I do care about the laptop.
So you think that you cared about it? That when you said those things you said, you think you cared about it? That meant that you cared?
Yes, because babe, if you let her bring it to school, I can turn around and say, well, he don't business about the laptop if he's letting her bring it to school. What's gonna happen to it?
But were you
and I'm following your lead. If you're letting her bring it to school,
on.
I didn't think you would have an issue with her bringing it to the to when she's going to get her hair braided.
Were you privy to the conversation we had prior to that? To us talking to you?
Pardon?
Were you privy to the conversation we had prior to us talking to you on the phone?
No.
Exactly.
But the point is you let her bring it to school. The point is you let her bring it to school, right?
Yes, and why?
You let her bring it to
why?
school. Because you let her bring it to school.
And why?
Why?
And why?
Why?
To build trust with her. What do you mean and why?
Okay, that's fine.
And to show that now she's responsible.
So wouldn't that show the same thing? No matter where she takes it, if she's gonna bring it to school, maybe she can bring it anywhere.
But hold on a second. And she brought it to school for a purpose, right? Was there a purpose for her to bring it to school? Was there a purpose for her to bring it to school? Yes or no?
I guess.
You guess? Wow. Are you hearing this wrong? She just said you guess. Now, look at your camera and say that again.
I guess.
Yeah, it's your face. It's your face. I guess. Exactly. There was a purpose for being to school. So let's admit you're wrong. I know that
Wrong about what?
Listen.
What am I wrong about?
Listen, you don't have to conceive. You're smiling and everything else tells me.
What am I wrong about?
Thank you.
Say that
I
you're
appreciate
wrong
it.
too, because you
I
didn't have to
appreciate
say
it.
that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
say
you
you're
accept
wrong.
that
See,
point.
I can accept when I'm wrong.
I appreciate you accepting my point now. You understand my point now?
No, but you
I'm
say
glad
why you were
I'm
wrong
glad
because you didn't
understand
have
my
to
point.
say that.
I'm glad you understand
Can
my
you
point.
say
You
that
understand
you
my
didn't have?
point?
Did you have to say that?
You understand my point, though, right?
Did you have to
You
say
understand
that?
my
So
point?
you want people to answer your question. Did you have to say that?
Did you answer my point?
Did you have to say that?
Did you understand my point?
Yeah. Did
Thank
you have to say that?
Thank you.
Did you have
I
to say
appreciate
that? But did you have to say that?
I appreciate that. So
Did you have to say that?
So you understand why I think that I feel as if that you didn't care.
No. Did you have to say that?
You don't understand why I don't feel it?
No,
How
I
do you
don't.
understand my point then?
Because that's not the
I
reason
buck
why.
shuffle. Why? I what? I. Ooh.
And even when I explained to you
uh-uh.
that, babe, that's not true. You should have said, okay, well, that's how it made you don't even, you always double down. I'm telling you, babe, that's not why I said that. I do care. You're like, all right, babe, I hear that you care, but she doesn't have to be the laptop. End of story. That's
you
so hard
think-
for you?
no,
That's
but
too hard
no.
for you to do, right?
That what? That you weren't thinking?
Yeah, maybe I wasn't thinking. Yeah.
You weren't thinking?
Yeah.
Is that
yeah,
better
that's
for you?
more of it that
Is
I
that
wasn't
better for you?
thinking.
You
Yes.
weren't thinking?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I don't care.
But you know the kind of people that don't think though?
Oh my God. Jesus have mercy on my soul. You guys, do you see why I wanted to? You know what? I wanted to bring drinks out here, okay? Alcoholic beverages. There's a reason I wanted to bring alcoholic beverages out here.
Rum.
This is what when he's like, no,
Rum.
we're not drinking. And this needs to be spiked.
Rum, you
This
understand what I'm
needs to be
saying?
spiked.
Right.
Listen, I'm high
This
of
needs to be-
life, bro. I'm high of life. I don't need spikes.
Nah, you're high.
I don't need spirits.
You're high of.
I don't need spirits.
To say something.
I don't need spirits. I'm high of life.
I'm about to say something.
Life is
Let's start
beautiful.
off.
Look at this beautiful day outside, room. See?
100%.
The weather's beautiful. The sun's out. I'm around flowers. I can smell the flowers.
Smell the roses. Smell the flowers.
Yeah. Where's the roses?
Babe, let's talk
Hold
about.
on. Where are the roses?
Okay, it's a figure of speech. You never heard of Smell the Roses? You never heard about that before? That figure of speech?
I hear you.
Heard about it? It's a figure. Isn't that it's a figure of speech?
I hear you. I heard of it.
Babe,
Go ahead.
why are they doing Chris Brown like that?
Oh, you know the funny thing is, I saw it on the on the vlog. Hold on one second. Hold on.
That's what I look like.
Hold on.
I'm not supposed to see it.
You're not. So why are you looking at it though? Don't look at
Because
it.
you're supposed to have it upside
Don't look at
down.
it. Don't look at it. Bro. What is this? What's going on here?
What's the password?
Oh, hold on.
So they're doing Chris Brown so bad, babe.
What happened?
He went to Europe for one of his tour dates for his show that he has going, his concert he has going on, and they held him in England for something that happened back in 2023, and they denied his bond, and they're holding him for a month. So he's gonna miss all his tour dates he has in Europe.
Yeah.
He's gonna miss them all.
Oh, that's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
And I was thinking, I'm like, that's on somebody from his team because all that should have been researched
Yeah.
before
he
he got there. So whoever on his team that was in charge of that, they dropped the ball
But
heavy.
that sounds like lawyers though. That's
Like,
lawyers.
somebody should know this
Yeah, lawyers. Like whoever is in charge of his legal
team. I don't know,
his
but
legal team.
somebody
He
on his
must have a
team
legal
needs to
team. He
know
must have
that.
a legal team to.
Somebody on his team should have known this. Like, oh shit, remember when you got in that situation there's somebody's job. That's somebody's job, babe.
Because I think I recall something like that happened.
It was something at a bar where he threw something at somebody, attacked somebody at a bar.
I remember something like that. Wasn't he like was he arrested for that though, or something?
I don't remember.
Like for like a,
There must have been a warrant out for his arrest for them to.
or he didn't go back to face something, or is that what it is? See, that's what I'm saying. So I don't even know what the situation is. I'd have to like see. Chris Brown is
It was in a club. It was like one of the people that he fought in a club, and then he got pretty much they got a warrant for his arrest a long time ago for that incident, and then when he came back to the UK,
There's a warrant
for that incident, they still had the warrant, and then they arrested him for that same one a long time.
Oh, so he already left
Yes.
before.
So this happened in 2023.
Yeah. So he left when the warrant was out.
He left.
Was the warrant issued after he left?
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
'Cause that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So he probably didn't. They probably didn't reach out to, or nobody reached out to his team. But he's a big artist. Somebody actually should have reached out. Somebody from his team should have reached out and say, you know, hey, listen, there's a warrant out. Like you're right. There's a warrant out.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to Europe right now.
But you need to sort that out.
We need to sort that out
before
immediately.
you
We need to go sort that out before we
Yeah.
go immediately. Or
That's what I'm saying. That's somebody's job.
Because for them to arrest him, that means it wasn't dealt with at all. It's not like somebody spoke about it, because I'm guarantee you, if they actually contacted I don't know, like say the courts or whatever, before he got there and said, you know what, I know there's a warrant. We're gonna come in and we're gonna deal with the situation to make you understand that we're not running and we're not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So
exactly. That's somebody's job, babe. Someone dropped the ball.
That's a lawyer. I think that's a lawyer issue, though. That's a super lawyer issue.
Well, there should be somebody on his team in charge of sorting that out.
Well, it looks like whoever's whoever that's in charge needs to be fired.
Am I orange? Why are you using this color? I'm orange?
You're kind of orange.
See how he's doing me, guys?
Kind of orange, but you see, like I understand how to make I look at your face and I see like the color shades, right? And I got to know what shades to start the base and then add from the base, because you're kind of high yellow.
I am not high yellow. I might like have a red undertone.
Yeah. So same
Well,
thing.
you're a muddy brown.
Muddy brown. I'm chocolate.
Chocolate?
I'm chocolate.
Oh, what? Oh,
What's that?
Yeah, like fudgino.
Like fudge.
That was an inside joke.
Exactly.
Like a fudgino.
Exactly. That's me all day right there.
Are we gonna go to the Chris Brown concert, babe?
You know what? 100%. Because somebody was.
I hope he makes it here. I was just thinking about that.
Listen, I know if he comes here, I definitely have to go.
What if?
1,000,000%.
He probably. What if he can't come here now because of these charges?
I don't think so.
It's not gonna affect.
I don't think so.
I
think his legal team's gonna deal with that before it even gets that far. Realistically, act like they don't rate Chris Brown. What these guys doing? Man?
Trust me. You know what? He did his dirt. Not his dirt, but he did his share. He got it. He nobody's perfect. I feel like I might get canceled again. I'm always saying shit to get myself canceled, but I feel like. Yeah, he had his issues. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that was so long ago. They're going to hold him to the cross for how long? Like, people don't want to see him be great. That's how I feel. They try to do everything to hold him back.
Well, they can't hold him back. He's too talented. That's the thing. That's why Chris Brown is my favorite artist. Can't lie.
See, BREEZY.
BREEZY. I'm team BREEZY all day. Super team BREEZY.
You think he paid for what he did already? You think he's...
He paid for what he did? What does that mean? He's paid for what he did.
Oh, God.
What does that mean?
Here we go.
Because what does that mean? He paid for what he did.
Do you think that he, like the Rihanna situation where he beat up Rihanna, busted up her face, because his face never looked like that.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So you think that he...
Yeah.
That he...
Do you think they were in a toxic situation?
Babe.
I'm asking you a question. Well, don't be biased. I'm asking you, do you believe that they were in a toxic situation? Yep. Do you believe they're a situation where they are both smashing each other?
Well, that's what he said.
Like, that's what he said.
In his documentary.
I'm saying, do you believe there's a situation? I've never seen the documentary. Yeah. So I'm just basing off of life itself, right? Yeah. Knowing like aggressive women. You know what I'm saying? Aggressive women and
babe.
No, I'm not. I'm saying aggressive women and like
Have you ever put your hands on me?
No, that's different. Though.
Would you like? That's my point. Like, I don't understand why
are you aggressive? You're not aggressive.
But
are you aggressive?
No, but you should not justify.
So what do you? What kind of reference are you referencing?
Babe, his face never looked like hers.
I'm never saying.
A man shouldn't fight a woman.
I'm not justifying anything.
Even if I did hit you, you could hit me way harder than I can hit you.
No, but listen, what I'm saying. Do not.
Did his face end up like that at any point in time?
My point is this.
I'm asking you a question. Yes, you didn't see. You're not answering me like that.
My point is this, though.
Okay, I don't think we should talk about this.
My point is this, right?
I don't think we should talk about this.
You should not be hitting anybody. Nobody should not be hitting anybody. Period. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You should be trying to smash another guy. Another guy should not be trying to smash you. You know what I'm saying?
But
Keep yourself to yourself.
So you think so you think that he was justified in beating her like that?
I never said that.
Okay.
I never said that.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
Yes.
There's deeper things that happen.
There's more to the story.
There's more to the story than what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I'm not a good. You know what? I'm not a good painter. I don't know how to make see all the things I drew.
I feel like I'm not a good painter right now.
How
I'm
do you?
getting worse. I'm not good as I used to be. I lost my feel. That's crazy.
How do you paint?
I completely lost my feel. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I need some more high yellow.
You're trying to make me look orange.
Yeah, but I need more high yellow. Maybe I need
You never mix the paint.
Maybe I need some white in the face. Yeah, I need some white.
Yeah.
Okay, you have some white people in here, so I gotta lighten it out.
Oh, it's May 2 for a weekend. What are we doing tomorrow?
Is it?
Are we going to see fireworks?
Fireworks? I don't know about all that.
Babe, you know a lot of people did not like the movie Sinners?
Who's this? A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Who's a lot of people that didn't like it?
What do you? They say there was gaps in the and this is spoiler. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that movie by now. But Jerome, did you see it?
Yep.
What do you think about it?
I loved it.
People, and you're like a movie connoisseur.
But not as much anymore, but yes.
People were saying that there's like gaps in the storyline.
Gaps.
In the plot, yeah. Like one, for example, you see at the end of the movie where the girl, first of all, he could have killed his brother. He never did.
Okay.
Then him and the girl ran away.
Okay.
They should have had the Indian people. You see the Indian people, they should have used them more in the storyline.
Why?
Like they should have came back somehow because they were originally the ones that were looking for that guy.
So the Indian people should have came back and
they should have included them in the storyline somehow. I don't know.
Are you saying that because that's the narrative
No,
other people are
I
pushing?
agree. No, I thought that on my own. I definitely thought that. You think I have no
I know you watch a lot of Instagram. Like a lot of your narrative comes from Instagram.
No, it's
social
not.
media. Okay. I'm saying why would they bring them back there in the first place? Indian persons, they came in, they said, you know what? Hey, I'm telling you what the situation. You don't want to let me in the house? They're like, oh no, we're not letting you in the house. We're like, okay. And now you're on your own. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to let this guy in your house.
No, they asked if he's there. You shouldn't let him in.
Yeah, they asked him if he's there, right? Yeah, you're right. And they say, listen, man, this guy's bad news. He's evil. And just because they're Ku Klux Klan and they're white guys, right? And they're trying to protect the white brothers, right? The guy said, you know what? Okay, fine.
What are you talking about? Ku Klux Klan.
They're Ku Klux Klan.
Oh.
You don't remember?
No, because they said they were going to give him gold. That's why they let him in.
I know, but I'm saying they're Ku Klux Klan. They're Ku Klux Klan members.
Were they?
Yes, they were.
They had the thing.
Yes, they were. Yes, and that was their uncle that sold
I forgot that part of it. That's pink or red. Is it pink or red?
Where you find that?
Right here.
That's red, babe.
What's that color? What's the one on the corner there?
This is pink right here.
The one in the corner over there. What's the one in the... No, this one. What color is that one? That's red.
What is this? That's red. That's like rouge.
Red is rouge in French, babe.
Like a different kind of red.
This has more pinky.
It's so red. It has a French.
This
French
one is
accent to it.
actual red.
That's what I need. I need that for your forehead.
What?
I need a red for your forehead. So we're talking about. Listen, hold on.
We're getting too kind to the painting.
Listen, I don't know. This painting is distracting me right now. It's distracting. Listen, and nobody's gonna listen. Yeah, would have to paint it like what's that guy's name? That used to paint with an afro. The white guy with an afro. I can't remember his name.
White guy with an afro.
There used to be a white guy with an afro that used to paint on YouTube. Before I can't remember his name.
Oh, like those.
Pull him up, bro. White guy with an afro. Wait, look.
He used to paint the trees.
Yes, the guy who painted his name. What's his name? White guy with an afro.
He's Jerome. That's before his time.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I know what you're
but
talking
listen,
about.
we could Google him. White guy with an afro that paints. The white guy, that guy. We need to be more like
Where did white come from?
Eh? What are you doing?
What do you mean? Don't look at my stuff.
What was his name? What is his name? That paints. That paints. Let me see. I got afro that paints. What's his name again? Yes, there he is.
He did have an afro.
Bob Ross. I knew his name was Bob. Bob Ross.
You never said that. You didn't know what his name
I said
was.
no. I remember his name was Bob in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. I swear, Mo. Bob. You know this guy, man?
Yes, I know.
Rob, you know this guy?
No.
Bob Ross. Bob Ross is the guy. Yeah. This guy's
He
like,
painted tree. Oh,
Huh?
shit.
he's a sick painter. Painted all kinds of stuff. But yeah, this is turning into a Bob Ross moment right now. Alexander Van Dyke.
Listen. I think I'm winning. Actually, I'm proud of myself right now.
You think you're winning?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I think based on the sneak peek I got of your picture.
Of course you would. Of course you would. You wouldn't say anything else what you're winning. I need paper. I wish I had like some paper to wipe this stuff off with. I can't.
You're trying to think of excuses why yours isn't gonna look good.
Mine's not gonna look good.
You're trying to think of excuses as to why it's not gonna look good.
Listen, mine's gonna look good regardless. I'm an artiste.
Listen, babe, if I don't believe in myself,
I'm an artiste. I just need some white to blush out some of this nonsense here.
who taught you how to draw, babe?
Myself.
This is a little insight.
Myself. You know what I used to draw as a kid?
What?
I used to draw a lot of like Walt Disney characters.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I really learned to draw. Watching Walt.
You never told me that.
I used to watch paint Walt, these like Donald Duck, all these characters. I used to love painting them, like drawing them actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that when you found out that you could like draw? Like when did you know you could draw?
When I drew my grandma.
Mm.
And I looked exactly like her. People were like, alive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How old were you when you did that?
I was young.
Like how young?
I was young. I was probably like, what was I?
Where's that drawing?
Where's that drawing?
Yeah.
Where the hell am I supposed to know? I was in Jamaica.
Oh, in Jamaica?
Yeah.
You never said that.
Oh, wait. I said my grandmother. Like,
So? You could have
which
drew
one
it
you think
here.
about? No. I'm talking about in Jamaica. When I was a kid, I was probably like, it was so long that I remember only glimpses of it. So that means it was like, I probably was like 7, 6, probably at that age.
Mm.
But that's when I started developing like a talent for like stuff like that, like drawing and I used to make stuff too, like making. I remember one time I made a pinball machine.
Pinball machine.
Out of wood and elastic and nails.
Guys, you guys ready for this? That's all he talks about. But he's reading. You know when you get really old, talk the same story over and over again.
You heard me say it again? You heard me say it
No,
before?
but you talk about all the stuff you used to make in Jamaica, and you used to make your toys. I know anything you used to make everything out of rocks and wood. A lie?
Entitlement. You see that? Is it wrong? Is it? You hear that wrong? You hear that wrong?
How is this entitled? Did you not say that?
That's nepotism right there, you know? Because that's nepotism.
You just find a word and use it in any put it, insert it anywhere.
Right there. That's nepotism within you right there.
What are you even talking about?
You know? Like I said, you benefited from your family success. I never had that.
No, I didn't
privilege.
have a hard knock life.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. I told you that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
You are saying like I'm entitled because.
But I said no. But I finished up by saying it's a good thing because my daughter's like that too as well.
I sense some bitterness, some resentment.
I have no bitterness. I said my daughter's like that too as well.
But you're using it in a negative connotation. You're saying it's like it's a negative thing.
No.
Yes, you are. You guys, is he not? No. Comment down below.
No,
Team Merika, Team Nardo.
First of all, it's not negative if it's
what color
fact.
is this? It's not white. Is that cream? This is white.
It's white.
So what color is this?
That's probably white. It probably was two of the same colors. But what was I saying just now, Rom? Entitlement. There's nothing wrong with being entitled. Like I feel like, you know what I said to myself, like if your kids don't suffer from nepotism, you fail.
You and this word nepotism.
You know what I'm saying? If your kids don't suffer from nepotism, I feel like you failed. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like nepotism is just like your kids have to benefit from your success. Their life have to be easier from the work that you've done. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because if you think about it, the people that before, you could say people that got the jobs, people that give other people jobs, right? You can use that example, right? Right, Rome?
Yeah.
And if we use that example, we could say, okay, how did they get those jobs? Those jobs had to be created, right? They had to gain those jobs or build those jobs from somewhere, right? That might not have been given to them. Or if that was given to them, it was given to them from beforehand. You know what I mean? And I feel like nepotism, it comes a lot from like, it's almost like, what would you call it? Like a hierarchy sense, like British, what do you call it? Yeah.
Like
what would you call it, bro?
Where it comes
like
from?
the king.
Like when it comes to king's royal, like it's like a royal kind of thing, right?
Royalty?
Yeah. I think it stems like from royalty, like nepotism.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Like the
king,
like the olden days, like the medieval times or whatever.
Yeah.
Royalty days where
Royalty, yeah.
You have a king in the kingdom, and then because
there comes
you're
a
the prince.
Yeah.
You get the title of the king.
Rankings,
because
like
you
the
were
rankings.
born into it, like Simba and all that stuff, like Lion King.
Yeah. So is that not what nepotism is?
No, you're using the wrong word.
It's lineage.
Yes.
Lineage.
Hold on. But you still didn't put it in. Listen. I am standing by what I say. I'm standing on business.
Nepotism. You want nepotism back?
He's obsessed with that word. He just wants to insert that word.
I am standing on business.
Okay, so I have it right here. You want to read that one then?
I am standing on business.
You see this?
What does that say? Okay, when someone benefits from their family's success, often refers to as what, Rome? Nepotism, especially in a professional setting. Nepotism occurs when somebody with power and influence prioritizes family members and advance or position them, sometimes at the expense of more qualified candidates. Another term, nepo baby. But still, right? We go on. It has become popular, blah, 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 blah. But
blah, blah, blah.
Let's start at the beginning, right? When someone benefits from their family's success, often is referred to as nepotism, right? Is that what it says, Ron?
Yes.
So am I wrong?
Are you wrong?
Am I wrong?
You're using it in the wrong context.
How am I using the wrong? I'm saying that when somebody benefits from somebody's. So hold on. If Moon's able to obtain, like she could buy, she could wear Jordans that are $300. You know what I'm saying? All these things, like she benefits from my hard work.
Yeah, but that's not nepotism. It's another word for it, babe. What you're saying is right, but I don't think that's the right word.
Listen, she benefits from, you know what, and watch it. And she gets the privilege of going to a private school. You know what I'm saying, Ron? So she gets a better education. She gets a better chance of at life, right? Because of what? Because of my hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that not nepotism?
That's more like inheritance.
No, it's not. It says, read what it says. Read.
What is inheritance?
Read what it
Google
says.
Inheritance.
Can you read what it says?
I've heard you a million times.
So that's not what. So
Sometimes I can't stand you podcast. I read that.
Listen.
Let's Google inheritance.
Inheritance is what when somebody gives you like their like when your family not only a family member. Not only a family member.
Yes, it is.
You could,
so
no, it's not.
Here's inheritance versus nepotism.
Okay, you get to read. So
inheritance refers to the transfer of assets and wealth from one generation to another, while nepotism is the practice of favoring family members or friends in business. Holy or politics. Are we talking about business or politics? Both
dynamics
of these
billionaire
practices
and a wide society, right?
Both of these practices can have a significant impact on the power of dynamics of billionaires. And so, based on what you were talking about, what word do you think would more apply to what you were talking about? Are we talking about business? Are we talking about business or politics?
No.
We're talking about assets and wealth, right? So what would more apply?
Assets and wealth?
That's where we're talking about wealth, money, right? So what are we, right? Assets and wealth.
Well, yeah.
So what would more apply?
Nepotism.
You're such a... You guys, do you see? It's written in black and white and you still won't admit you're wrong.
No. But listen, we're talking
That's what inheritance is.
The transfer of assets.
That's inheritance.
And wealth, and wealth to another.
You just admitted that we're talking about
I'm not talking about, listen.
Oh my God, babe. It's in black and white. You read it. I want you, maybe you should read it.
Yes, I hear.
So you can, it would digest.
I hear.
You read it.
I hear, but mind you, I hear, but listen. I hear, but listen. I hear, but listen.
I can't.
Listen.
Are you okay?
Listen.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? I don't feel like you're okay.
Babe.
I don't feel like you're okay.
It's written there in black and white.
I don't feel like you're okay.
So which one? We're talking about money, right? When you're talking about you're talking about money. You're talking about hard work. Yes, you did. You're talking about Moon can buy Jordans. All the things you talked about.
Benefits, but I'm talking about the benefit.
I'm
talking about benefiting in life. Period. Like, and I'm not just talking about like in life. She goes to a better school. She goes to a better, that costs money.
All those things cost money.
Yes,
all those things you're talking about have to do with your wealth, money. That's what it all has to do with, right? You're in a better position, financial position, in order to allow her with these things, right? Because you worked hard and you're in a better financial position in order for her to buy Jordan, in order for her so that's wealth. That is wealth. That's my point.
So hold on.
Nepotism is referring to jobs and politics. That's what it said. Are you going to argue the definition?
Listen.
You guys see what I do it? You guys see what I wanted?
Yes, listen. You could use that in the same context, like because it just says.
So what was the point of putting the definition then? If you just want to make your own.
Listen. First, you tell me that you can't use the same. It just says that.
No.
Rom, go back to it. Go back to it. They're not listening to it. Go back to it, Rom.
You know what, babe? What you said earlier. You see that smile? It tells me everything. You know what, babe? I appreciate.
You're making me laugh right now. Stop this.
I appreciate you.
Go back to it,
guys. You guys see this. I'm so glad we're recording these things.
Go back to definition.
No, we need
No, go back to definition.
We need a third. Jerome.
Go back to definition.
No, can I?
Not that one. Go back. Let's go back. One more.
Which definition?
The verses.
Nepotism. The one before
versus,
that. The one before that.
We're talking.
No.
What? You don't like this definition?
No,
it doesn't work for you, right?
No.
I don't like the definition. Go back to your other one.
The same one that you did. What is called? When you listen, what is called when you benefit from your family's success?
See that you like that definition better, right?
Listen,
this is the nepotism one.
No, which the one?
Right here.
Oh my God, I cannot. Babe, it was just there in black and white.
No, I'm not. Yeah, no. This I'm talking about the one that says go back to the one right there. That's not the one. What happens when when you benefit from your family's success?
Oh, I see.
What happens? What is it called when you benefit from your family's success? It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing.
Okay, but the point is, I said I think that the word inheritance would more apply to what you're saying. And you said no, nepotism. So Jerome, not me, hold on. Jerome then went and Googled nepotism versus inheritance. And which one was more applicable to what you were saying, babe?
This practice showing favoritism, relatives, employees, events, and members not qualified, given perpetual achievement in a job. Nepo baby is the term that individuals that have the gain, prominence, and success in the career leader of their family, feels like entertainment, media, coordinator. I think it does. I think it's same thing applies. Right? It's same thing applies. I would agree.
What they said nepotism, even based on based on nepotism versus inheritance, you would still go with nepotism.
I still go with nepotism
because you just want to be an ad. You guys, do you see this? Look into your camera, babe, and tell them I'm stubborn. Tell them I'm stubborn.
Nepotism is the same thing.
You just like the word.
It's
you
the
like
same thing. It does sound good. It does sound good. You're a Nepo baby.
You just like the word. It's okay.
It is a good.
You just like the word.
But it applies when somebody benefits from their family's success. It is often referred to as nepotism.
Okay,
that's what it says right there.
You're right, babe.
In black and white.
You just like the word.
In black and white. Does it not say that in black and white?
Go back to the black. What it also
But does it not say that?
Babe.
Yours might say that too, but it says that too right here.
Okay, both babe. You can say the word.
No.
You know you like the word.
It says that too.
You're
says that too.
You're okay.
So,
you like the word
hold on.
it sounds better,
so
right?
hold on. Let's go back to inheritance again, Rome. Go back
just
to
inheritance by itself, actually. Just go back to inheritance.
You just go to the top, Rome. Go to the top. It should say right there. Yeah. You could go back.
How long have you been rolling for?
I don't have inheritance.
No. It's at the top. It's at the top. You see all these top
tabs?
Yeah, there's top tabs. Yeah.
This is inheritance versus nepotism.
You read it, babe. You read it out loud.
No. It's not about reading it.
So
I'm saying, listen.
One,
no. We'll go back to that one.
Read it out loud, babe.
We'll go back to that one too as well. No, you already read it.
So, you want this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so inheritance, the practice of favoring. No. It's the same thing.
Which one is more applicable?
It's the same thing.
Inheritance talk about assets and wealth. Nepotism refers to jobs and politics. How is that applicable to what you're talking about? Jobs and politics. Where did you ever say anything about jobs and politics?
So how would she get a better job?
Then we could say nepotism.
How would she get a job?
But we're not talking about. Do you see where he always changes the goalpost?
So hold on. So hold on. So you.
Babe, we're not talking about. You never said anything about that.
So hold on. So you don't suffer from nepotism?
I did. Yes, in that sense, I did. I did suffer from. But we're talking about what you were talking about. What moon in terms of financial gain?
No, but I said you.
Yeah, but you always talk about. We were talking about money.
No, but I said you.
I can't stand
Did I not say you?
You can't fucking. I see.
You admitted.
See why
She admitted it. She admitted it. She suffers from nepotism. She admitted it. You see it? I got it to admit it, bro. You see, I got it to admit it. She suffers from nepotism. It's a good thing.
How long have you been rolling for, guys?
Thing.
I'm so excited to show my picture. I'm
not done.
excited. You're not tag long. I win. I should have said there was a time limit. I would have won.
So show your picture. Show your picture.
No, we have to show it at the same time.
No, you can show your picture. It's okay.
No, we have to show it at the same time.
No, you're proud of your picture. You show it.
No, babe, we have to show it at the same time.
No, you should.
No, I'm waiting.
No, you should show your picture.
I'm waiting because you want to know why I'm proud of it?
Why?
Because I didn't think I would do this good.
Really?
Really. But you know what? I feel like
you're
you get
confidence in yourself.
I wasn't. But I feel as you get older, because you have, I don't know if my fine motor skills got better, but I never used, this is good. This is actually good for somebody that doesn't draw.
You feeling it?
Yeah, because actually, you could say, who is this? You could say, it looks like you right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it looks like me?
Yep.
I'm going to be the judge of that. Jerome, are you going to judge it too?
Me?
I feel like Jerome should judge it too. To see who did a... I don't know if I did a better job, because mine is looking shaky right now. I don't know what happened to me. I used to be such a good painter, a good drawer.
And I didn't. So you had the upper hand in this situation.
Yeah.
I know, but I need to make your chin bigger.
My chin?
It might make your chin too small.
Do I have a big chin?
Not a big chin, but...
Why didn't you use the whole... How come you how come you do my face so small? How come you use a whole canvas?
I know, I should do your whole canvas.
Too late now.
But no, I don't need to do all that. I have attention to detail. I'm trying to get the details down, right? So that's why I'm trying to get the chin.
If you could do something to do with drawing, what would be your ideal job?
Do something? What do you mean?
Pertaining to your artistic, pertaining to drawing. Could you draw every day?
Every day, yeah.
What would you want to do? You like drawing people? What would you like to draw? Or you think you'd be a cartoonist, people that draw cartoons?
You know what the thing is? I wanted to be a cartoonist.
Really?
I did. Because remember, I started drawing Donald Duck and all that. I wanted to be a cartoonist. I used to draw and used to be able to flip the page and try to flip the pages.
And fast.
And make them go like that.
You used to do that, babe?
Yeah. I knew how to do that stuff.
I lie.
But there wasn't
See, I didn't know this about you. You learn something new every day.
I didn't feel it.
You weren't.
There wasn't opportunities to do that. After a while, you start feeling you know what? There wasn't a space for that. I don't think. Not only that, I didn't have the real encouragement behind that was pushing me.
Yeah,
I didn't have somebody to push me. Right, like I said, my mom
never
was
nurtured
working.
that.
Yeah, nobody never nurtured me to do that. Right?
Encouraged you to do it.
No one never encouraged me. I never had the encouragement. You see, how we have Moon, I push Moon in soccer. I never had. If I had somebody that pushed me like that, even to be an athlete, I would have been a ridiculous athlete.
If you might say so. Your brother's are you laughing or are you coughing?
No, I'm laughing.
I'm
laughing.
If you might so yourself.
It's surprising he's not an athlete.
Ask him why he's laughing.
Why are you laughing, Joe?
He would be a crazy athlete. Crazy athlete.
Because anything I put my mind to,
you have an athletic ear,
I do. I remember when I played ball for a little bit, I was and when it clicks, I get it. People used to think even if I play football, I get it, right? Because I'm tall and I'm fast.
No, you're athletic.
Yeah, because when you're tall and you're a lot of people are tall but they're not fast. I'm tall. No.
Definitely. I'm messing with you, babe. I'm messing with you.
You see, you can't even have a conversation with this girl trying to card you. Listen,
babe,
she's always trying to style my thing, man. Always trying to style my thing, man.
Babe, I love you. I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
No, you're styling my thing. That's what she does. Style my thing all the time, man.
You're I could do anything good. I'm fast and I'm tall. Go on, babe. What else are you?
And you know the thing is, I'm not, bro. It's not like I'm trying to brag, but
I know it is. I agree, babe. I agree. You are, babe.
You're tall and you're fast. You're just tall and you're fast. And some people don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I tell Moon the same thing all the time. You're tall, you're fast. It's one thing to be tall and slow. Because even in the NBA right now, right? There's NBA players right now that are 7'9" and they're fast and they're playing like point guards. I was talking about Pops telling me saying, Pops like, yeah, these guys like 7'9", they're playing like point guard. NBA is completely different, right, Ron? Mm-hmm. It's completely different because now you have the athleticism with the height. You know what I'm saying? That's a double threat. Like you're playing like somebody that's small and dribbling like somebody that's unheard of before, right? But yeah, I'm not gassing. I'm not boosting.
I'm just messing around with you, babe.
She's not messing around with me. She doesn't like when I talk about myself.
That's all you ever do.
You hear that? You hear that? You hear the truth? All I ever is talk about myself. Wow.
But you know, babe, if you don't love yourself, right?
Exactly. Nobody's gonna love you like how you love you.
Except me.
You hear this? Except the one that's trying to card me?
I'm messing with you.
She's always trying to style my thing.
You don't even know. I'm your number one defender. Jerome, is that not true? Don't I always defend your brother?
No.
Whoa! Story come to move.
Jerome.
Talk the truth, Rome.
Jerome, can I hold on, no.
Talk the truth,
We're going to talk to things.
Talk the truth, Rome.
I'm going to bring up, and this is just a lighthearted conversation, so Jerome, do you remember when your brother was talking to you guys over the phone?
Yeah, and she always draws that card. That's her favorite card.
Because it's true. Do you remember this, Jerome? And he was, because your brother has a tendency, and I'm just talking, babe, it's not a negative thing. When you really care about somebody and you want them to do something, you don't know how to say it in a nice way. You just know, right, Jerome?
Right.
Okay. And he was on the phone and talking to you guys and trying to encourage you guys to do better. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. And he was talking so harsh and right?
Right.
And I'm the one, I don't know if you remember this. This is a long time ago. And I'm the one that's always like, you know what, you guys, don't worry. Your brother just says these talks like that because he loves you guys. He doesn't mean it. Do you not remember?
I remember.
Okay, so what are you even talking about right now?
Rom, do you want to shed some light on my personality, please? So on the outside, because for me to say it, I don't think it'll give it justice.
I just said it.
No, Jerome, you're on the outside. I can't speak on it. You speak on the outside.
What part of your personality?
I just explained it. You're acting like I don't know.
Because she's basically saying I'm a tyrant when it comes to certain things.
No, babe. When you actually
I don't know how to encourage my brothers.
I didn't say that.
And how I encourage them? How about this? How I encourage them is harsh.
It is. Is it not? It is, babe. You're soft. Nothing about you is soft. Pause.
Rome?
Huh?
Could you shed some light on any of this?
Is this the difference is that you look at it from other angles that most people don't see.
No. I'm talking about how he communicates. I'm not talking about...
Why don't you let him finish his conversation?
Because I'm asking...
Why do you need to jump into everything? Let somebody else finish. Let somebody else talk. Give somebody else the floor, please. Go ahead, Rome.
He sees it from most angles that other people don't see, and when he says it the way he says it, the issue is that he's thinking on multiple levels, but the other person he's talking to sometimes might not think on those stages and thinks on like one-dimensional. So when he says it's like, well, you don't know what you're talking about when you're receiving it. But if you actually understand where he's coming from, then you can actually intake the information better. That's how I see it.
Okay. Can I respond to that? I'm not talking about I'm talking about in terms of like the words that he uses. And the tone of his voice. Those are the things I'm talking about. He's aggressive when he talks. It's not like he says, you know what? No, he's very aggressive in his words and his tone. Yes or no?
All the time?
When you're passionate and you feel like somebody's not listening to you, you might say it soft the first time, but after when you get mad and you care about somebody and you're frustrated, you're very aggressive. Yes or no, babe? Yes or no?
I'm very aggressive when I'm frustrated.
What is one of your nicknames, babe?
It doesn't matter.
Iron.
It doesn't matter.
Why?
Doesn't
like
matter.
there's nothing soft about you, babe. That's just, it's okay. It is what it is, and that's a good thing.
Listen. What I'm saying is this, right?
Oh.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this, Rome, right?
Jesus.
Let me ask you a question, Rome. Does my what would you call it? Does my approach actually work?
Not initially. Well, what?
No, say
Okay,
no,
let me
no, say it. No, say it. Say it. No,
Okay,
say it. So, no,
God.
say it.
So
Say it.
the way you communicate it doesn't work initially in terms of like how the person receives it, but
Thank you.
the actual
That's my point.
Listen, stop. Let him talk, man.
the actual entirety of what you're saying, and if you actually take it in and see where you're coming from, it's like, oh yeah, he actually does know what he's talking about. No, he just doesn't communicate it in the most
Palatable.
PC way.
PC way.
Thank you.
Rum.
That's my point. Isn't that my whole point? Isn't that what I just said?
Rum.
I'm
Thank you.
listening.
Bro,
Thank you.
what have I told you about life and potential? What are there any words that stick out to you that I've said to you in your growth as a person, as a man, everything else? Are there any words that stick out that I've said to you?
The action reaction.
That's one, right?
Yeah.
What did I say about action reaction?
Pretty much is cause and effect, right? You do something and it's something going to happen after the fact, right?
What else?
What else? I don't know.
What else?
Babe, can I say something?
No, I'm asking. No, I want to hear from him. What else, bro?
I feel like we've all said the same thing.
What?
I can't think of any off the top.
Babe,
So-
hold on. When I say you mean, you're taking this as a negative thing. You mean well, babe. That's why my whole initially, if you listen to what I'm saying, babe, initially at the beginning of this what we're talking about right now, I said that I'm your number one fan because I'm always defending you. And I brought up a point where you were encouraging your brothers, but in a harsh way. But I know that you mean well. So we're not saying that you don't mean well, babe. That's not what we're saying. And I think Jerome communicated this as well, is that you're just harsh. And so if you don't know you might not be able to take it in or listen to what you're saying. But if you take the time, so initially, I would say you're a very hard pill to swallow. Pause. Do I not always say that? Because of you're an aggressive person, right? Your personality, you have a strong personality. So if you don't know you're hard, you know what I'm saying? You're a very hard pill to swallow. I don't know how else to say it. But you mean well. You mean well.
You know what I have to add to this though?
Mm-hmm.
I think family takes in the information that he says differently than a stranger would. Because I think if he came to a stranger and said the same things, they'll be more open to it. Because a bunch of people I've seen around other people, and they're super cool with him.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he's my brethren and stuff like that, and they listen to what he says.
Yeah.
Right? But when it's family and you're too close, now it's like a thing where it's like, okay, I'm not going to be more open-minded to what he says because he's family, or not in a negative way. But
or he's my big brother. My brother thinks he knows everything. You're not listening.
Yeah. But if it's like another person, he says the same thing, they're like, oh, I never thought of it like that, right? Like, I think people are more receptive to him when they're like further away, but when you're too close, now you're less receptive. I think that's like a human thing. But once I got past that and started just opening up, then it's like, okay, yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
I hear that.
But it's like, you see my point. You see, that's a perfect point, right?
Excuse me.
That's a perfect point, because a lot of people, like, I don't know what else to say even after that was perfectly explained. A lot of people, they're not gonna take in, like, if I talk to the Justin, Jerome will say, see me talking to other people, because what I do and what I say works.
It does, babe. It does. It does.
What I do and what I say works. Like, I'm not like you sit there and
I'm messing with you.
But you're being facetious at the same time.
I'm not, babe.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You're alive.
It's just because I know you. It's just because I know you, babe.
And that's to the point what Jerome is saying. That's another to the point what Jerome is saying, because you know me.
But I'm messing with you. Am I not a lighthearted person, babe? I make jokes about everything. Earlier.
But you suffer from the same disease that Jerome is talking about too.
That's not true. I listen to you all the time.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
If you listen, whenever you listen to me, trust me, things happen. You know that.
You are a doer, babe. We know that. That's where you're a leader.
Exactly.
You're a protector. You're all the things. Why do you think I love you?
Yeah.
Why do you think I love you? Those are the reasons, the traits I love you, babe.
Like I said, like, you don't, like, nobody listened to nobody.
Did you see? You always hear the negative things I said. Did you just hear all the positive things I said?
I heard what you said.
Okay.
I heard what you said, but I feel like they come with Butts.
I didn't say anything. Did I say any butt there?
Yeah, but
no, I didn't.
Yeah, they come with butts though.
Did I say butt?
No, but I feel like they come with butts. I can hear the butts. I can hear the butt in between there.
No, there ain't no butt.
I can hear the butt coming.
Ain't no booty in between there.
But you know, but this.
I didn't say any butt.
But this and but that.
I did not say it.
Really.
So take in the compliment.
Really. Like I said, everything I do, if I do something, and the funny thing, I don't like wasting my time saying things to people. I don't waste my time saying things to people that I don't give a shit about. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the things that I do say, they're important. And the things that I do say, a lot of people would have to go to a therapist to hear the things that I'm saying to them. You know what I'm saying? A therapist would sit down and say,
you know what you do, babe?
Things.
You always go, like, you know what, some people, I feel like you always go the extra, like, thought. Like, you're not very surface. You'll go, like, deep. Like, that's the thing with you, where some people, like, are more surface. You always thinking beyond that point.
Because if you can't think beyond the point, you can't go beyond that point.
Is that a bar?
Is that a bar? You see if she just made a joke on it?
I did.
Okay, I think I say what you said again.
Listen, first of all, I never even thought. I just said it just to say. I didn't remember what I said.
If you can't go beyond the point, you can't. What did you say? If you can't go beyond the point, you can't go beyond the point. That's what you said.
If you cannot think beyond that point,
you can't go beyond that point.
Beyond that point.
Yeah. Okay. You see, because like I said, I don't have planned memos in my head. I just talk how I feel.
How long have you been going, Jerome?
Don't worry about how long we've been going.
Because I'm so excited to show my picture.
You're excited to show? I'm not even done my picture. Can I finish? Listen, why don't you show your picture?
No.
Don't worry about it. Just show your picture. It's okay.
No.
Show the camera your picture.
Nope.
You're so excited.
I like your sweater, babe.
You like my sweater?
Yeah.
You know, our cousin made it for us. The good people at
Gallery
223. Yeah.
Rich Noir.
Big up Rich Noir.
Richie.
Make a sweater for my brother's sweater. Yeah, love the sweater. Love the sweater. And actually, you know, you came up with this design.
I did. I designed that.
Yeah, you designed this. You designed the sweater. I love this design. And the funny thing, the original design is actually my favorite because the original design has like the puff letters on the
like
design has the puff letters, and I love how it's the
stands out.
Yeah, I've never gotten that same one. It's like, you know, when you get they give you that one tease. I feel like a crackhead.
Did Carl make that sweater?
Yeah, he did. Or he sends it out to get it made.
Because the original one he made it too, but I guess it's more expensive because I paid a lot of money for not a lot of, but it was not cheap for one shirt.
For which one? The
original one.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely like the original one
better.
Yeah, this one I like I said, because the same
design,
the same as the same meaning, same feel, but I definitely like the certain things in the original one I like better. And next time you bring me a brush, bring me like a pointy brush.
We're not doing this again, so.
Why?
There ain't no next time.
This
is a one and done.
Is that one done? That's it?
Yep.
Well, then, what am I doing right now? I feel like I'm messing up right now. Okay, where's it? I did pink and red. Well, pink.
Did you get my nose right?
No, I didn't get brown. Brown? Maybe brown? No, I'm not.
I don't know if it's a good idea to get you to do this, babe.
Why?
Because you're way too concentrated on the painting.
You should have gave us a time limit. Now they just zap.
I'm done already.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're doing.
What do you mean? You're bright.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll see if you know what you're doing. We're gonna find out. Oh man, so much. I can't get this thing down. Oh Lord. Okay, yeah, that's better. Ooh.
I can see.
You see if I was really getting into it, then my lip start biting my lip. That's when you know I'm
You
really
do that when you're into stuff.
Yeah. No, really, that's when I'm really getting into it.
You're really getting in there.
I'm really getting into it. This one, listen, she has no behavior.
You love it.
Zero behavior.
Anytime I try to like be cute or a little sexy, you always laugh at me.
Because you're so funny.
Well, you can never take me seriously.
You're so funny. You are funny.
Even when I'm serious.
You're a comedian, man. You're a comedian.
Well, I'm glad you know that.
You could do stand up.
No, I'm more impromptu. I'm more like a witty.
Yeah, if she did it in front of her, she'd be so scared.
I'm not good at public speaking
so scared.
at all.
You'd be so. Am I good at public speaking?
I've never. Yeah, you are on stage. And to go on stage, you have to be good at public speaking.
No, who's on stage? Do you ever see me on stage?
I don't know why this guy's trying to fight.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what this one's talking about. Trying to put me in stage situation. Maybe when we do like a podcast. What do you call it? Podcast. You know, podcasts. They have like shows.
Yeah, like live shows.
Like live podcast shows.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that until I went to one. Like I think I went to one like last.
A long time.
No, it was last summer I went to one. Not a long time. It was last summer I went to one.
What podcast?
What are these guys' name again?
Oh, that used to be with Joe Button?
Yeah. Those are Joe Button guys.
I don't remember their names.
Yeah. Mary and something, and I can't remember those guys' name. And Maul or something.
Maul, yeah.
Mary and Maul, yeah.
They really did pop down after the Joe Button.
Oh, did they really?
Well, I don't hear nothing about them.
You haven't heard nothing about them?
No, but I don't know. I just have I never see anything come up on my For You page or nothing like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, but I guess there's so many podcasts these days.
There's a lot of podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of podcasts, including ours now.
The number one podcast in the GTA. Okay,
we're
couple of podcasts.
Listen, we're not just attacking. We're not just looking for the GTA. We're looking for the world.
Okay, that's right. My bad, babe. In the world, the number one podcast.
GTA.
Sometimes I can't stand you. You guys, we have Instagram now.
Yeah.
Right?
Good follow us.
Plus on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't stand you podcast. We have a TikTok. We have Facebook.
All right.
YouTube.
Follow
us on all platforms.
Well, YouTube is the main one. If you want to watch all of this, and then we're going to start to do some stuff on Patreon, but that's the nasty stuff, like the After Dark. It's going to be real dark and blue stuff.
Yep.
You know?
I like that. But he's going to laugh at me, so.
I'm not laughing. If she's serious.
Even when I'm serious, you laugh at me.
She's not serious. She's not serious about that stuff.
Whatever.
She's not serious about stuff. I'm almost ready. Almost.
Big reveal?
The big reveal. Are you going to be able to get a close-up on it?
Jerome, the sneak peeks that you saw on my picture, wasn't it good? Oh, my God.
Whoa, Lord.
Wow.
Oh,
I thought Jerome's an ally. He's not an ally.
No, that's my brother, not your brother.
I know. I need back at him.
Trying to ally up with my bro.
Wow. It's okay.
Ally up. You have back it. You have me right here. I'm back it. I'm already back it if you need. Hold on. That's the nose. Where's the nose ring? What color is that thing right there? I'm gonna color your nose ring. And I'm gonna color the Look, you see, look. I wish I had something like a cloth to get rid of this. Look at this. Oh, it's brown still in. Look at it. I need something to color the gold. Where's the gold?
Yellow.
That's gold. Same thing.
I know. That's what I said. Yellow. Yeah. Oh, here's gold right here, actually.
Is that gold?
Yeah.
No, but the yellow's gonna make it stand out more. If I use that gold.
It's fool's gold.
Yeah, it's fool's gold.
See, this is actually gold.
Yeah, people like it when your gold is yellow. All right, Ron?
Oh yeah.
Get a nose ring right there. Big old Tupac nose ring. One time she told me I should get a nose ring.
You should.
I could not see myself with a nose ring at all. I could
Too
not.
masculine for all that.
Huh?
You never want to get any piercing, babe? Besides your ears?
No.
Not your nipple?
No. No. Fire for that. Fire for that.
I had a tongue ring.
I know you did.
Took it out.
Freaky girl.
Whatever.
It's a freaky girl tongue ring.
I put it back in.
Yeah, it's probably still
Close.
Close up long
Probably
time?
be easier to, because it'd probably be easy to pierce again.
All right, okay, I'm done.
Okay, ready?
You ready?
Okay, you guys ready for the big reveal?
You ready for the big reveal? You ready, Rob?
Okay, I show to this camera and you show to that camera, right?
Okay, who's gonna go first?
We go at the same time.
But I gotta put it closer to the camera, right, Ron?
Or you can
Hold
zoom.
on. Give me a second.
I don't think you can zoom. Are you gonna zoom or you gonna zoom her or zoom me?
Okay, you go first.
Zoom the same time. You go first.
No. Okay, I go
You
first.
go first. You go first.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Why am I nervous?
Go. Why are you nervous now? The whole time you're, let me just
I'm
go.
having deja vu. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I feel like, you ever have deja vu, babe?
Yeah, I have deja vu all the time.
I'm having deja
That
vu
means
right
it's meant
now.
to be. What happened is meant to be right now.
It's good. Isn't it great? It looks like you.
What is
Look,
it?
babe, put it beside
What?
you.
No.
Put it beside you, babe. It looks like you. Doesn't it look like you?
Rob, is this me?
Doesn't it look like you?
Rob, are we close? Are we close up?
Yeah.
Are you close up to me?
It looks like you guys. Tell me.
Listen, you got a close up right
Who
now?
won?
Yeah.
Who won?
I even
Okay,
got look the
where's-
details in the hat.
What?
Well, this is just you now.
What?
I'm gonna close up on you.
Okay,
Yeah,
you.
you have me?
Yeah.
Can you see? You don't need to be super close up because you can see it from here. Can you see it from here?
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Yeah. This is, I think that looks like you.
It looks-
Thank you. It looks like you.
I love Merika. What is that?
Yep. Yeah.
I have nothing on the side of my. I should put something on the side of mine now.
See, you weren't creative.
I can't bite. No, I
Too
can't.
late, can't bite my
I can't
style.
bite. You ready? Drum
Okay,
roll.
hold on.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please.
Ready?
Drum roll, please.
Okay, RT6 Jordanaire.
I lie, Ro. What you saying?
That's really good.
Let's see if it looks like me.
Like, you put up next to her.
You got my mole.
I got the mold to
Got
look.
the mole.
Tell me that's
Okay,
not look
me?
like her.
Oh.
That one. That's your camera.
Can you put yours? Who looks like who more?
This look like who?
We need to take a screenshot for a thumbnail.
You got a screenshot.
This is a
screenshot.
thumbnail.
You got a screenshot for the thumbnail? Eh?
Can you do that?
Yeah.
You can screenshot
See?
for the thumbnail? Really?
See? I know stuff. You have to say, I love Merika. You have to say it, babe.
Mm-mm.
Did you do it, Drew?
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Okay. It's pretty good, babe. No, you did a good job. Per usual.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Yours is so big. Look how big this is.
You should have
I
done
didn't even sign my name to it.
See?
Because you're forcing me. He's like, oh, come on, hurry up. So I'm trying to rush to get us over with.
Babe, didn't I do better than you thought? It looks like you. Even the hat. Look, I even drew the hat.
You didn't
Yeah,
have good
looks great.
though. This one- she feels so proud of her. Oh, Lee.
It looks like
She
you.
feels so proud of this one.
I even got the mustache. Look, it looks like hair.
The mustache right here.
Right?
You got the
And the
mustache. And
mustache,
you
and
got
then
chin.
the goatee.
And you got the goatee too. Oh, Lee.
I did a good job.
You did good. Yeah, you did
Better
good job.
than I thought. I didn't think I'd even be able to do
You did a
that.
good job, man. With the nose turned to the side like this.
What?
And the ear. Oh, you got the earring too, the yellow.
Yeah.
What the rest?
I'm not.
Yeah, the baseball. I'm surprised you
It's
got
the
the baseball one good.
right?
She put the blue one in there. It looks surprised.
Sick, right?
Hmm?
That's what gave it the piece. What
Piece
is
of
it?
resistance.
Yeah. When I was trying to draw the man, I'm like, that looks like a cat. Look, the man in the baseball hat.
It doesn't look like a cat.
I tried.
I look at the tail.
Yeah, it looks like a tail. It looks like a cat. I tried to draw the man.
That's a cat tail. I see the tail. The tail cock up. You know, it looks like midnight. It looks like Moon's rabbit or the squirrel. Well, it looks like a squirrel. Wherever a squirrel comes outside the house once, not every day.
It probably comes every day, but whenever we see it, he waits for us to come outside, and he comes waiting for. He came again. Jerome saw him when he came.
You see him, Joe?
Yep. Yeah. He wanted food.
He came. I said he already got food and hid food. Go get the food that you hid.
Yeah.
We saw him hiding the food He took all the peanuts, and then I'm like, look, maybe he's gonna go hide them. And he went into our flower bed and dug them in there, and then patted it. All right, perfect. Hide them. They're good there. Literally.
You just seen how he patted it out like real fast.
Okay, guys. Well, That was I enjoyed my paint. I'm proud of my painting.
You proud of your painting?
Yep.
Yeah. You're not proud of...
Yours is like a given. Like, look at this. Like Picasso. Okay?
It's not...
Mine, I look like a 3-year-old drew mine. And yours a Picasso. But it's okay. I'm proud of mine. I really didn't even think I could do that.
No,
You're lucky you got more than a stick figure.
This is good. This is more than a stick figure.
Right? Not bad.
This is good.
I kind of got even the shape of your face.
This is Bob Ross. This is Bob Ross stuff right
I
here.
even got the shape of your face a little bit. Like I tried to go for the shape.
But this is kind of Picasso-ish. It is. Like this is how Picasso would draw.
See?
Like what's the other guy's name? Not Picasso. I can't remember his name.
Da Vinci.
No, Da Vinci. Yeah. The abstract, with
abstract
with a nose to the side like this, and the ears out here, and whatever this like,
I was gonna when we were talking about the conversation this morning, I was gonna make you a devil, but I said I'm not gonna be mean. You see the devil horns?
Where's the devil? Oh, you thought I put the devil horn right there.
But I remembered I love you.
You see? And that's what I'm talking about, her consciousness. You see that consciousness?
Anyways, guys.
You see it?
Thank you for watching the Sometimes I Can't
Stand You podcast.
Comment down below. Team Merika, Team Nardo. Who won the painting?
No, this is.
See you next week. Bye.